Yo, what is going up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about a long-term review of the HTX and how I feel about it over time now that I've had the mouse for about 2.5 months. So yeah, let's get started. So first thing I want to talk about the build quality over time. So far the mouse is still very, very structurally sound. I don't have any issues with side flex or anything. I think that's partly because of the way the PCB is designed and just the way the PCB like pushes against the side. It makes it really strong to hold. It's a really great mouse to like grip when I'm death gripping in game, which isn't good, by the way. There is one major complaint that I have, and that it's for someone like me who likes to fidget around with his mice a lot. There is a crack on the top shell that happened for me just pressing in, just fidgeting with the mouse. I'm just sitting here doing this, and it ended up cracking on the one with holes. I haven't heard that happening on the one without holes, but that is what happened with me when it comes to the ace with holes. Also the side button grinding was very frustrating, as you can see here. It's kind of hard to show. Hold on, there we go. So as you see here, the side button grinding is kind of frustrating to play with, but I've just kind of learned to not press, or I don't hold the mouse that high up anyway. I normally play towards the back of the mouse, like kind of hard to show. I kind of play towards the back of the mouse like this, so it doesn't really ever affect me in game. But I have had times where I did a more aggressive forward claw and clicked too hard here while trying to ADS in game, and it got me killed several times. But I believe that's just a QC issue that later models have been fixed. This is batch 1 G-Wolves HTX. I could see that being a first batch QC issue that probably got that fixed by now. I have done a couple modifications to the mouse. As you see, I removed the scroll wheel and I replaced it with the white Orochi scroll wheel. I just think it looks cleaner. I removed the DPI button. I never hit it. I never use it. I lock one DPI, and that's the one I use. And if I need to change it, I'll just open up the software and change my DPI. But I hardly ever change it, so I just took it out. Didn't really remove any weight, but just something I would not rather have at the top of the mouse, like the Viper V2 Pro or literally any other mouse. This is my 43 gram X2 Mini here. But every other mouse has it on the bottom. I don't see the reason for it being on the top. Kind of an outdated thing that I don't think many mice actually need. This mouse has lasted really well. The main clicks still feel and sound great. Yeah, they still feel great. It doesn't feel like anything too bad has happened to them. Surprised, because I don't really like the way the zippies feel compared to the pink shell blue dots and the Lambs of Atlantis. They just feel more tactile. They're louder. They're clickier. They feel spammier. They just feel better, in my opinion, than the zippies. But after 2.5 months, I've kind of grown to like them. I wouldn't put them in a mouse if I was modding it, but they're most definitely an upgrade over KL 8.0s, which I genuinely hate. My X2 has KL 8.0s. And it just sounds like the right click is very mushy, doesn't feel that good. It's an inconsistent click feeling. I do not like KL 8.0s. I have them in like a couple of other mice. Next, we're going to talk about the battery life. As you can see, I did swap out the 75 milliamp battery for the 300 milliamp battery that comes in box. I couldn't do it. 36 grams is very nice, but there is a lot of things you have to take out in order for it to get to that weight. 36 grams is nice to play with, but I don't feel like it's a must. My mouse is now weighs at 42 grams with the additional battery. It lasts so much longer. It lasts about a month and a half on one charge. I swapped this about 2 weeks in, and I've charged it once recently, but before that I was charging it every other day. It was super frustrating. It would die mid-game. So if you do end up getting an HTX after this review, I would most definitely recommend swapping out the 75 milliamp to the 300 milliamp battery. It's not worth the performance. It dies so fast. But I think that's about it. I've talked about the click grinding up here. Like I said, the top shell likes to just flex in every now and then, but that's only if you play towards the top of the mouse. So if you do play with more of a forward claw, I wouldn't recommend the mouse unless that's confirmed to be fixed on newer batches of the HTX. I know that my batch had that. Like I said, this is first batch to hit America. G-Wolves, this is probably like, I got this like a day after it hit America. So this is like first batch G-Wolves. I would like to see improvements to the main clicks. Like I said, this is just it's super frustrating for someone who, I came from the G303 to this, so I was used to playing very far up onto the mouse. This is kind of where my fingers used to lay until I kind of figured out that it's better to play closer to the back of the mouse, because the top shell is just super frustrating to play with when you use a forward claw. And how would I rank this mouse now that I've had it for a little bit? I would still rank it in my top mice. It's still one of my top 5 favorite claw grip mice and one of my top 5 favorite gaming mice of all time. It takes place over my Viper V2 Pro. It's a good mouse, but I would not recommend it for someone like me. I have 21x11 hands. This is a nice size mouse, but I like smaller mice. So for someone like who likes smaller mice, likes the Viper shape, but once it's smaller, lighter, I would just get the HTX. Alright, well that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. There will be a link in the description for this mouse. It will be an affiliate link, and I do get a small commission, but it's not enough to influence my decision on if this is a good mouse or not. While filming the outro, the tape to the bottom just fell off, so now the battery's hanging. I have to open up the mouse and fix the battery, so that's fun. But if you do not know, I am hosting a giveaway. I will be putting that video in one of these 4 corners, one of them here. You'll see that giveaway video. Give that a watch, enter the giveaway, and you'll be able to win either an Artisan Hien Large, Saturn Non-Pro, Aqua Control 2, or Aqua Control Plus. It is winner's choice what mouse pad they get. All of them are really great pads, wildly different. But yeah, no, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you enjoy, and if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.